it's your girl Monica here to teach you how to get into real estate in 2023 without wasting a lot of time and or money, okay? Real estate has changed. I've been in real estate for I can't even remember, long time, right? And it has changed over the last decade, especially with this introduction of what we call iBuyers. iBuyers are companies that are bigger than you and me, got way more money to market than you and I do, and they are going after listings. They are going to homeowners and saying, hey, I will buy your house and I'll buy it quick and with very little to no hassle. And the first of these iBuyers that we're going to look at is Open Door. Open Door buys houses. You can get an offer in minutes. You can move, and just it's very, very convenient for the homeowner. Another example of an iBuyer is OfferPad. OfferPad says, look, free, no obligation, cash offer, no showings, free local move. I mean, just completely making everything super convenient, right? Another example of an iBuyer is Mark Spain, the Mark Spain real estate team. They will give you a cash offer on your home and close in as little as 21 days. Like, these are amazing, unique selling propositions that these iBuyers have adopted and made their way and made themselves a staple in the current real estate market. So if you're thinking about getting into real estate, you really need to understand what the iBuyer layout looks like, right? And then we've got another one that I came across recently called 72 Sold. Higher price for your home, sell in as little as 8 days, avoid inconvenient showings. Again, some of the same unique selling propositions that we've seen in the other iBuyers. So why am I telling you about this? Well, because listings are the lifeblood to real estate. What do I mean by that? That means that if you're even thinking about getting into real estate right now, you have to absolutely focus on listing property. That's when your sign is in the yard, okay? Now, if you're a notary and you're thinking, okay, well, wait a minute, I'm not there yet. I haven't even taken the real estate exam. Trust me, where I'm about to go is still going to help you, because there's opportunities before you get your real estate license to actually begin to monetize your assistance and process and things like that in the space that I'm about to take you to. So the bottom line is that they're not making any more new real estate. So the people that are competing for the real estate that are there is going to make it hard for you if you're just a brand new, fresh off the license type situation, right? So what I want to show you is an opportunity for you to go into an area where other people are not looking. That's how you do it. You don't go start working with a whole bunch of buyers. Yes, you're going to work with buyers. I'm not going to say don't work with buyers, but I'm going to say don't focus on buyers in 2023. You cannot do that and survive in real estate. I'm going to tell you, and feel free to comment below if you want to debate the issue. But at the end of the day, you have to list in order to last. And working with buyers, you're going to be up against other buyers when you go to make an offer on a property. So you're losing so much opportunity because you don't have the listing. So listings. Well, how do I get listings in this environment where all these iBuyers are? Not only that, there are whole thousands of other real estate agents in my market right now. Do I even need to bother with this? And I say yes. And here's why. There's something called probate property, okay? I call it estate property, that most agents are not going to want to work, okay? It's a lot of work. It's hard, okay? It's not easy, okay? But it's extremely rewarding from two perspectives. When people are in probate, they're in probate because someone passed away and did not have a will to say what needed to happen with their estate, okay? Or if they had a will, maybe some aspects of the will didn't meet the state law requirements, right? A lot of people out there do DIYing stuff and they don't know the law and so far and so on. Well, anyway, what happens is that estate, what they owned, goes into probate. And I have heard it said that there is more real estate locked up in the probate system than there is in all of the multiple listing services combined. All of the multiple listing services. That means my MLS is what we're looking at right now, is the regional MLS for Middle Tennessee. Imagine this MLS plus every single other MLS that exists in the country, okay? You add all of that real estate up and you put it in a bucket, there is still not more in that bucket than there is in the probate system, which is all across the country, right? Everybody's probate system is different, but there is a probate system in every single county and parish in the country. So because so many people pass away and they don't have a will, that's what causes this, right? So what we have here is we've got this thing called probate that has all of this real estate in it that really only investors are really working seriously, right? Real estate investors, they know about the real estate and probate, and they work the probate just like a real estate agent would work the MLS, right? It's that reliable when it comes to opportunity. So you're saying to yourself, okay, well, how does this factor in with what I've got going on as a notary? Well, this is how. The probate process, all of it's public record, okay, first and foremost. In case you didn't know, the whole entire process is public record. And so what that allows for a notary to do, a trustworthy third-party official, is to be able to provide assistance to people going through the probate process. And what does that assistance look like? Well, there's a lot of times documents, valuations, documents that need to be notarized, all types of official documentation that the court is going to need from that petitioner, which is that person who opened up the probate, okay, file. So that's kind of a lot, so I don't want to run you off, but just understand that as a notary, if you learn the probate process and how to go and search your local probate records, and you start to reach out to some of these petitioners and let them know that you are a notary and you're available to come to them and do any notarizations that they may need as they go through the probate process, you have really just unlocked a whole nother, can of worms, so to speak, right? You have an opportunity there to be of service to people who are definitely going to need you throughout the process, but you're going to have to go and find who they are and get in contact with them. That's where this sheet that we're looking at comes into play. This is the estate quick start checklist, and this goes the same for those new real estate agents, those newly licensed real estate agents, or those existing real estate agents looking to fluff up your inventory and your pipeline. You want to learn how to find property in probate, okay? This is this is a skill that once you have it, no one can take away from you. Now, this is what we're looking at. It's called the Estate Quick Start Checklist. The first thing you're going to have to do is to determine which court handles the estate property in your county. And the way that I do that is I just go to Google and I'll search probate clerk, Davidson County. Okay. And that's, you put your county, and then it'll usually the first couple of 2 or 3 results will give you the court that handles your probate cases. So you want to click on it. Once you click on it, you want to search and see if there is any way for you to access that information online. So here I can tell you right here that there is an opportunity for me to search the caseload online, and I just click there to figure out how to do that. Now, I happen to know that this is a monthly $25 charge, but it's well worth it, especially when you have access to every single probate case in your county, okay? So that's the first thing. Going back over to this list, this checklist will walk you step by step on exactly what information you need to get and how to get it, okay? Now, there's a little training that I put together. It's like 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. It's not very long, of when I used to teach this back to real estate agents about 5 years ago. I'm going to put this checklist along with that training inside of the NNU archive drive, right? It's already in there. So if you've got the NNU archive drive, go to Real Estate Agent Resources, go to Estate Property, aka Probate, and then once you're inside, you'll see an Estate Quick Start Checklist, which is the checklist that we were just looking at, okay? And then you'll also see the Estate Quick Start Checklist training, which is the video that teaches you. I think it's, let me see how long it is. I don't think it's very long at all. I want to say 8 minutes, okay? So it's a quick 8-minute video that teaches you exactly how to use this checklist. So why is this important? Because you have to have some means of being able to contact the people who are going to need your help, okay? And since it's public record, you can get all of this information from the comfort of your computer, and you do not have to move a muscle, right? You don't have to go driving around or do anything. Again, this is perfect for the notary who wants to pivot into more general notary work that they can rely upon, because there are no shortage of probate cases, okay? And probate cases are going to need all kinds of, there's affidavits, there's going to be all kinds of things that they are going to need help with, okay, through the process, that if you make yourself available just as a notary, right? Let's say you're just thinking about getting into real estate. You're not licensed yet. Well, you could still take this checklist, develop your list of probate cases, and reach out to them and let them know that if they need any important documents or any affidavits or anything notarized, that you're available to help them do that, right? So that's another way, just as a notary, that you could use this information to be able to start to kind of add an additional stream of revenue, but also you're setting yourself up really well if you plan on getting into real estate. Because if you're a licensed real estate professional, these iBuyers are not going away. Okay? The iBuyers are not going away. Now, if you're, blessed and have been in the business like me for a long time, and all you got to do is make sure your cell phone bill is paid, and you're gonna get calls from time to time for referrals for real estate, that's great, right? But even with me, sometimes I want more, right? You want to kind of build up your pipeline. Well, this is where I go, okay? I go to the probate files. You go to the expired, right? You go to all of the things that other people are not looking at doing. Now, it's very important to understand that real estate is a vast opportunity. Most people, when they think about real estate, think about, listing and selling residential houses. But what probate does is it's going to have all kinds of real estate in there, not only residential, but it's also going to have commercial. So what I want to show you is what it did for me when I got my real estate license, and actually after I got my real estate license, and I ran out of buyers, right? Because when I started in real estate, I was really focused on working with buyers. And here's my, I'm trying to get to my real estate Facebook page. I was really focused on working with buyers because when I got into real estate, I was very passionate about affordable home ownership and didn't care about listing property. So this is 2011, 2012-ish, okay? So, but once all of that was over with, I didn't have any more buyers to help. Everybody had a house. Then I needed to, in order to last in real estate, I had to list property. So I had to pivot. And what I did was I'd gone to a real estate investing training and I learned about probate. And I said, okay, cool, I'll do that. So what I did was I started working probate. And as a result of it, I'm going to try to pull this property up. As a result of me doing that, I actually ended up getting this listing, which was get a better picture of it. It was a auto repair shop. Okay, this is the inside of it. So let me go and find a better picture of it. Commercial listing. And then I can show you. Okay, so this is one, but let me see, post from me. All right, this is it. Okay. So as a result of working probate, I was able to get my first commercial listing because like I said, a lot of times when you get into real estate, you're thinking, okay, I'm a new licensee. I really don't need to be out there doing anything other than residential. And you are correct. You need to get training in order to be able to do some of these other property classes. However, it doesn't take much. Like, you really don't need to make it seem as if it's going to be years and years and months and months. If you got with somebody kind of like me, a coach who's going to make sure you don't screw up, then you're okay. So yes, you do need training and you do need to make sure that your broker is okay with you doing it and all that type of thing. But as long as those bases are covered, there's nothing keeping you from getting into multifamily or commercial or land. You don't have to just stick into the residential real estate. And I say that again because in 2023, you don't have the luxury as a real estate agent of just thinking you're going to be able to just get out there, do a couple of open houses, and everything is going to be fine. That's not the case, okay? So as a result of that real estate investor training that I went through and learning about probate and learning how to get in contact with the petitioners and all of that, I was able to send a letter and meet with the gentleman who owned this property, right? His information was in the probate record. I reached out to him, then I went and met him, and he gave me this listing opportunity, and that was my very first commercial real estate listing. So when I tell you it works, it 100% definitely works, okay? No, I had absolutely no competition for this listing. Nobody else was asking him to list this property. I listed this property and it sold, I think it was over $500,000, okay? And I think it was my biggest listing to date, which is not uncommon in commercial. Commercial is going to be a higher price point. So the point of the matter is this. If you do not work probate, you're missing out on opportunity. So if you're a notary who's looking for more general notary work, the probate space is wide open. If you are a real estate agent who is looking to get into real estate and wondering how are you going to survive or how are you going to even make it, you're going to have to look at listing opportunities that other people are not looking at, and that is where probate comes into play. Now, if you don't have the spring cleaning special that we're doing at Notary Nerds, shame on you, because it is growing and it has got so much information in it, and that includes this checklist and the training. So if you don't have it, you want to make sure you grab it, because there are just a few left. I think we're like 2/3 of the way gone, because that special is going to be only available for the first 100 people to take advantage of it. And what I mean by that special is the spring cleaning special, which is basically the NNU archive drive. Those of you guys that have been around for a while, we're in year 3 at Notary Nerds, and all of those classes are taking up too much space. So I'm moving them all over to the NNU archive drive. There's a folder for Notary Nerd University training, so we're in process of moving all those training classes over there. Not only that, we've got a folder for the website templates. So if you haven't started getting your website templates together, they are there for you there. Then also we've got commercials for you. We've got a general notary work commercial, and then 2 MP4s that are commercials that you could basically use as lead magnets on your website templates, and also put them on your Google My Business page for general notary work. As we all know, videos make your results come up higher. The algorithms favor that. So if you haven't uploaded your commercial to your Google My Business page, definitely do that. Then there's the notary attorney contract that I used to get an attorney client. It was a family law attorney in Williamson County. They signed up for us to provide notary services. So that contract is in the drive as well. But the estate checklist that I just talked about, that's going to be in the real estate agent resources. So the real estate agent resources is where you're going to find all kinds of stuff, but primarily the estate property checklist is what you want to go in there and get. And here it is. Okay, ignore that Facebook group that, I think it may still be active. If you want to join it, feel free. But bottom line is, as a notary, this checklist is going to help you find more general notary work and carve out a space for you as a notary for general notary work, but also going to teach you how to be able to go after listings if that's something that you're interested in doing as far as when you become a real estate agent. Real estate agents, veteran real estate agents, or new real estate agents. This information, learning how to find the estate property in your area that's at probate, this is going to separate you and keep you from having to compete for listings, because again, the iBuyers are not going anywhere. Not only that, there are other real estate agents just like you and I that are going after listings too, because there's no new real estate. So the houses that are in the subdivision are not making any more. So the competition is on a fixed amount of product. So you've got to think of ways that are outside of the box to give you an opportunity. So that's what this estate property checklist does. And it's, like I say, inside of the NNU archive drive. And there's also that 8-minute training on how to actually go about using the estate property checklist. Super excited about this, because that's where NNU is headed. Back in last week, I told you guys about how we're going to start incorporating more real estate training at the NNU live library, meaning that classes that are in NNU right now. However, we can't do that yet until we get them all moved over. So those of you guys who want to get a quick start and a jump start on everything, make sure you grab the NNU special, the spring cleaning special that gives you access to the NNU archive drive. Dig into the real estate agent resources, even if you're not a licensed agent right now. Learn how to do that estate property checklist. Call your county clerk, get familiar with how they do everything, and that way you'll have a stream of general notary work opportunity that you can pursue, and be teaching yourself how to eliminate the competition when you do become an agent and start looking for listings. So I hope this video training was helpful, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.